Good morning, everyone. We are back with another episode of Bless Your Hardt. I'm here with my husband, Dale, in the Dirty Mo Media Studios. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Follow us on our YouTube page. Bless Your Hardt has its own YouTube page. Mm-hmm. And so make sure you're following that, so you'll see a lot of content there. And appreciate everybody who's been on this short, brief ride so far. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to get started today with a chair. So
what's wrong with the chair?
So we talked about it on the show. You know, I don't like the chair.
I know, but like, what's really wrong with the chair? Explain it so that we all understand.
So like, if I sit in the chair, this is how I have to sit in it.
Have to sit in it?
No, how else should I sit in it?
Sit up.
Well, that's not, what good is that? Then why is the back even on it? Like, I need to sit in a chair there where I am sitting up, but the back is also helping me.
So you don't want to use your core at all?
Not unless I have to use it.
Okay.
Or I'm like trying to core. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that's a thing for you. Turn this sideways and lean back.
No. Let's be honest now. Let's not BS. So
the chair is fine.
You like the chair.
I'm far more petite than you, and it works for me.
That's good. Good for you.
So I don't understand what the problem is, truly.
Well, you must, because you ordered me 2 chairs.
Only to prove a point.
What is the point you're trying to prove?
That there's nothing wrong with the chair and that you're silly.
What if I get these chairs that you brought and I like them?
There's no way you're not going to like them. Of course you're going to like them. You have decided you don't like this chair. Mm-mm. You have decided you want some basic old lawn chair to wear or to use.
Functions.
This functions.
Not good, man. Like, I don't like laying back. I don't like leaning back in this. I don't like sitting. And as I sit in the show, I slide further and further down. My pants don't move.
That's because you're slick pants.
Well, no. My pants don't move. So I slide down into my pants.
Maybe this is a pant issue then.
That is not
Maybe the pants aren't holding you enough.
That ain't it. I need to be sitting in a chair with a back on it. Now, I've complained about this too much, but you were so nice, ordered me 2 chairs. I thought, and they're sitting right over here. So I'm going to get this chair out of the way.
Okay. Do you need me to help you?
I just want to know which chair you think I should use.
I don't care. I got you 2, so we didn't have to get you another one. I got you 2, so you get to choose.
I like the green and the orange.
I do. I'm going to treat you like Isla and Nicole. Like, you know how you get to give them choices so they feel like they're in control of themselves? Here you go. You've got your choice.
Here. All right. Let's move this chair. I think that's out of the shot. Here comes my chair. This is my chair. All right, is this good? So,
I hope you've tipped over backwards in that thing.
Man, this is better. So,
God, you're such a clown. Listen,
let's get a wide shot here. Let's make sure, because we haven't really tested this out. Look at that. Did we not?
Are we at a tailgate?
We both look like we're in our own element. Perfect element.
You look like you're about to go to a skater park or something.
Yeah, I'm not wearing the.
Your hat looks crooked.
I'm sorry.
Is that on purpose?
No, I believe it's on straight. Which way do it go?
I don't know. This way? Yeah.
Now it feels like it's crooked. Is it straight?
The logo looks straight now.
Okay. Is it crooked?
With the long hair.
It's not crooked.
You're just a lot today.
Yeah, I've got some locks back here.
Ugh, he refuses to cut his hair. He wants it to get long.
I'm cutting it today. You have me a haircut today, so
I keep waiting for you to tell me to cancel it. I can't make it to that haircut.
Well, I wanted you to
couldn't make it to the last one. I can't make it today.
I did want to cancel the haircut because I like growing my hair out.
Your hair grows out.
Big.
And then your hats don't even fit. And then we're upset because nothing fits. And now I'm stomping my feet in the foyer. Yeah. I can't put my hats on.
My hair does go up and out.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at that, man. That looks good.
Put your damn hat on. Quit this.
It looks good. So
you're happy with your lawn chair?
Man, I'm so thankful that that everybody is cool with this chair. I even love the color, orange, little green, and it doesn't make a ton of noise.
It is making a little noise.
Usually these things make a lot of squeaking noises. So,
well, this one hadn't sat outside.
I'm hopeful that this is here to stay.
We'll see about that.
So
it might just be a temporary fix. Yeah. This whole situation is like a little bit of a work in progress.
That's right. I know you like me without my glasses, but I can't see very
I know,
well.
but you look so much cuter without your glasses.
Well, when I need to read, I'll put them back on. So
You
we
good?
got a gift in the mail.
We did?
Yeah, literally got mailed to the house. So
Oh,
I'm
cool.
gonna read a letter.
Okay.
I cleared this with Mike Davis that he's fine that we do this. This is from Touch Tunes. Mike Gartland is an owner operator with Touch Tunes in Upper Michigan. Friends with Greg Ives and his family up there. He's had the privilege of meeting Greg and them, and even us or me several times at the racetracks over the years. He loves when we mention Touch Tunes. I'm a big fan of the product. If you go out to a bar, you might see Touch Tunes in the bar. You can use an app on your phone. Gosh, so fun playing music. Especially when you want to play a song and you're like, you're not sure whether it's the right song to play in the bar, and you can do it on Touch Tunes and nobody knows who played it.
Exactly. Or you could battle your friends and see who can play their song first.
Yes. Yep. And so anyhow, this guy loved the fact that we mentioned Touch Tunes on our show. He wrote this nice letter, and he even gave us
Those playing cards?
Here are 5 free credits, so that's probably about like literally a couple songs.
Each card?
Yeah. 500
Holy
cards.
smokes.
They expire near the end of the year in August or so. And so we can share these with friends.
Wow.
But this was just such a nice
That's
thing.
super nice.
I wanted to say thanks to Mike, and we are very happy customers.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
And so
Like you needed a leg up anyway to play the Touch Tunes. And
I think it's fun to be able to share things that you like.
it is. You should pass those out to friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a tough thing because so when you're doing podcasting, right, you need partners and sponsors, and we have a lot of great partners here, FanDuel and so those are really critical, but you also have products in life that you just enjoy.
Yeah.
That you like to tell people about because you're like, hey man,
Can't help yourself.
This
Yeah.
is making my life better.
Yeah.
I want to share it. And so, Touch Tunes and things like that. So we talk about that, but anyhow.
Well, cool.
Let's get to some.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to some life updates. We had a lost tooth.
Yes. So Isla's had she's been losing teeth for the last, a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
She's almost 7.
Naturally. This is not an issue. She's not losing her teeth.
No, this is supposed
It's
to
not a
happen.
medical issue. She's just naturally losing her teeth as a 6-year-old child. Just to put that out there.
Nobody was worried, I don't think.
I was worried people were worried. I'm an over worrier. You know that.
Yeah. So she's had one of her big teeth fall out and the other one was loose, and it's been loose for what, like 2-3 months?
Longer than that.
And it feels like it's just been dangling by like the tiniest corner forever, and she just refuses to mess with it. And it's gotten pretty loose, and it's honestly bled a little bit, and it's like turning brown in the top of it. It's been too long that the thing's been in her mouth.
Yeah.
So we've encouraged her, bribed her, and all the things to try to get her to pull it, and she wouldn't. So she goes to eat some chicken nuggets, and it basically gets all the way loose. Like she bites in, and the nugget grabs a hold of the tooth, and all of a sudden it's screaming. There's blood.
Oh.
We're having a giant episode.
Is she gonna be mad if I played that video?
She might. She might not know, but she might years from now. So I'm trying to console her, trying to talk her into just pulling it, because it's like ready. I don't know how it didn't just fall out into the chicken nugget, to be honest.
Is it?
But it was on my phone.
Oh,
It
get your phone. We can cut it out if it's too graphic.
well,
We can bleep
we don't
her.
see
we
that.
can bleep her cuss words.
she didn't cuss. Stop that. Hang tight. I'm not just going to turn you loose in here.
Oh no.
Anyway, so she's like in the mirror looking at her tooth. We're trying to blot the blood. She's screaming bloody murder. She gets really, really elevated. Very dramatic. She gets that from someone. I don't know who it is.
Mystery.
And
Mystery.
so she gets elevated pretty quickly, especially if she's worried. Again, I'm not sure where she gets that from, but she's almost inconsolable. So
Play it.
we didn't pull the tooth. And Dale has a video of me trying to console her. I can send that to you. Can I play it out loud?
Yeah.
Neck down. And Nicole and Dale are standing right behind me, and Dale's filming around the corner, and they're both like chuckling like a peanut gallery. I'm like, this isn't helping. I'm not trying to touch her tooth, by the way. Yeah. She's just freaking out.
Do it by yourself?
That's pretty good.
That's funny.
It was dramatic. And yeah, so she goes to bed. She doesn't eat dinner because she's just so upset about her mouth. She can't even close her mouth because her tooth is literally like dangling.
She's talking about
that. She can't talk. Can't do anything. Can't swallow. And so she goes to bed. I warned her before she went to sleep that she better not swallow it while she's sleeping because she swallowed the first 2 teeth that she lost.
Oh, really?
The first one was an accident. The second one was on purpose. She was just not wanting to admit that, and she did later. But I'm like, this is not a habit we're going to keep doing. And so I threatened her. I was like, don't you swallow that tooth. The tooth fairy is not going to come if you swallow the tooth.
Yeah.
And so she wakes up, and it's still in her mouth. When was it that she plucked it? Was it before or after school?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Like literally
She finally got the guts to go stand in the mirror and just pull it out. And she just pulled it. I'm like, oh no, she went all day. She went to school and everything, and it didn't come out.
Nope.
So anyway, we lost the tooth, and the tooth fairy gave her $20. So
$20?
I
Wow.
know. It was too much
My
money.
God.
I already know it was too much
Where was
money.
a tooth fairy like that when
we
I was
didn't
a
have
kid?
any change. And
I had some change.
the little tooth
I
fairy
was like, how
took,
about this quarter, this dollar?
Yeah, so
I had
we have coins that are gold. We got
why
a
did
dollar
we get them?
for the tooth fairy. The whole situation felt too dramatic for a dollar. And the little tiny pillow that she has, is the little pocket in there is so small. Like, you can't stick a bunch of them in there.
Yeah.
Listen, you be the tooth fairy. The tooth fairy is the hardest damn job anyway.
She's right.
It is.
I don't want the
I have
job.
forgotten to do it or fallen asleep, and the tooth fairy didn't come. And she's in our house, the tooth fairies are real. And so I get nervous every time she loses a tooth because the pressure is on me to sneak in and out of her room
In the middle of the night.
and try to
Tooth fairy.
do that. She's like half asleep waiting for the tooth fairy. It's like Santa Claus coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a lot of pressure. The tooth fairy thing sucks, but we finally lost the tooth.
Yeah. $20. Wow.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's a
Have you
lot.
guys ever had, when you guys were losing teeth, do you remember having to do any like those tricks that they used to do, like tie a string around the
Yeah,
tooth and
so
pull it
mom would
out?
tie a string or a dental floss around it and then just like let the string dangle. She's
Yeah.
like, just go about your day. And eventually when she walked past us, she'd just yank it.
Yeah.
And we had no clue. I did have one episode going to school. I told Isla about this. I was hoping it would help her pluck her tooth on her own, but I was eating peanut M&Ms on the way to school different times. And so I have a loose tooth, and at one point I just bit down on the tooth. And it gave me the hippie-jibbies. I'm like, that's not a peanut. And I pulled it out of my mouth. But I didn't swallow it. But I didn't eat peanut M&Ms after that for a while. I kind of was scared too. So I don't know. Do you have any fun stories? Losing teeth? Do you even remember?
I kind of remember losing teeth, but I was surprised to learn that, which I don't remember this, you say that Isla will lose all her teeth.
Don't you lose all of them?
I don't think your molars.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think you do. I don't know.
I don't
molars,
think-
I don't think so.
I don't think
You
you,
don't
lose your molars.
the big ones in the back?
You need your wisdom teeth, obviously, but I don't know.
Anybody?
No.
Anybody know that?
I don't remember ever going, yep, lost a molar. Like, that's like,
That would be painful, I feel like.
yeah.
They don't have as deep of roots.
Hang
What?
on, I'm looking this up.
You lose them all, people. You lose them all. They're all baby teeth.
When in the world?
They're all small teeth.
When in the world are the molars coming out? That is going to be,
Woof. It's going to
what
be
is
bad.
she getting there? $100?
No,
I
she's
mean,
not. We're gonna be professionals at this
We
point.
need to dial it back.
Honestly, maybe by then she already
Well.
knows the
Yeah, you're right.
thing about the tooth fairy. I don't know.
I don't remember molars falling out. I thought it was like, the front few incisors or whatever. And
As weird as it sounds, it's probably not as traumatic because you're a little older. And like I said, the roots, like I don't remember them being as deep and feeling as weird.
that I just have no, I remember, it makes sense to me. And I remember like my front teeth and stuff like that, but I don't remember like big teeth, like oh, I got a loose molar. Oh,
Yeah.
that thing's coming out.
I don't truly remember that either. I
That's
remember my
strange.
wisdom
That's
teeth
just
being
weird to
plucked
me.
out, but
I think there's probably a lot of people out there that don't know that you lose your molars or have forgotten that.
yeah, I think it's one of God's little gifts. It's like you don't need to remember that this happened.
Yeah. Wow.
AI says you lose typically 20 of your baby teeth and they're replaced by 32 permanent adult teeth. So you grow 12 more teeth, like tooths?
Well, your mouth, jawline, everything.
Yeah, everything gets bigger.
The whole head gets
so
bigger.
you get more molars, wisdom teeth, and all
Yeah.
that. Like those are 4 that you usually get
Yeah.
taken out.
I never knew
Pretty
that.
wild.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
20 bucks a tooth. That's a lot of money.
No,
Yeah.
she's not getting $20 every time, you guys. We're gonna reel it back in.
Amy's got a complex now.
No, I just don't want everybody to think we're, giving her $20 every time she loses a dang tooth.
Yeah.
She usually gets
She has
$1.
she has no concept of what
She
$20 is.
Yeah, I know.
She
Like
doesn't.
you can hand her 2 $1 bills and she'll be happier than the
Yeah.
single 20.
Yeah.
So my
You know what
dad
I mean?
gave her $100 in ones for her birthday last year, and she has spent $2 of it. She wanted to buy a game on her iPad or something, and Dale made her give him the money. And so she brings her box downstairs. She told me she had $100,000, and I'm like, $100,000? Like, let's count it. I'm like, you have 98. You have $98. She's like, well, what about this 100? And she had like a Monopoly money, like
Yeah.
the pizza thing that she's got in the playroom had dollars with it. So she had like a pretend 100 in there.
If she does want to buy something, I ask her to pay me. So like if she wants an app,
There's a
or
transaction.
a game or something, there's a transaction. So, you're on a cleanse. Let's talk about this.
That's
So
a hardship.
yeah,
Yeah, so I'm on a cleanse. I bought this parasite cleanse kit.
parasite cleanse.
It's a parasite cleanse
Sounds
kit.
wild.
Well, I've done a lot of research on parasite cleanses, and I get down dark holes, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. And so I bought this kit months ago. I bought 2 of them. I bought one for you too, and you said you would do it with me, but you have to have a solid 2 weeks to block off.
You can't eat meat.
There's no meat, dairy. I mean, there's not a lot of anything. When you're prepping for the cleanse, they want you
No
to eat
alcohol.
absolutely no alcohol.
Right.
No caffeine.
Tough deal.
It's not that hard once you get into it. With the first couple of days, it's like a little annoying. Like you're just wanting your habits. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad, but I haven't actually started the real cleanse yet. I was supposed to start this morning, and I got a little nervous to start taking tinctures and teas and stuff like that before I had to come sit in
Such
here.
A funny word.
It is a funny word.
Tinctures.
Tinctures. Sounds like Tinkerbell.
You know what tinctures sound like? Like if you said the word tincture and said, what is a tincture? I'd say, those little those little thermometers where they have the different colored mercury in the water and
The
it
old
floats up
glass
and down.
style? Yeah.
Yes. I'd say, yeah, that's probably a tincture. That looks like a tincture.
That's probably something you'd have hanging on the wall next to a chair like
Yeah.
that outside on the patio at Mama's house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: the parasites.
Yeah.
You believe we all have some sort of a
100% we all have parasites.
going on,
If you
right?
eat anything that's natural, raw foods, there's a likelihood that there's some type of a parasite on it.
microscopic sort
Yes,
of
sushi,
things. Yeah.
any undercooked meats, absolutely.
And so they're all
And your
in-
body can naturally get rid of some
yeah,
of them.
Your body can take care of that.
But if you overdo your liver with life, as we do sometimes, alcohol,
I figure
processed foods, whatever, your body can't keep up.
No. So I feel like that the more alcohol I drink, the better and stronger my body is.
So here's the thing: there are videos on the internet where you can see what vodka or olive juice, like vinegars, onion juice, garlic, they can actually dissolve and kill parasites almost instantly.
Awesome.
You can watch it happen.
Yeah.
But your liver gets in the middle of that. You're not like dropping alcohol straight into a parasite's mouth when you drink it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work like that in your body.
Me and my friends called it the iron gut.
Well, there is such a
Like
thing
we
as
get-
like having a
You build up a tolerance.
yeah, your body
You're
gets used to your actions for sure.
I'm not a lightweight. I've got an iron gut. So I feel like the things that I've done, and
I
even
don't
a
think
few,
that there's-
putting a few parasites down in there, probably pretty good.
You
They're
ha-
probably
you-
eating up
let's just
some.
stop
They're
that.
probably eating some bad things.
You do not
up.
have an iron gut. You have a baby gut. you have issues with your gut all the time.
Like
Pooping,
what?
Pooping
I
and
poop
farting.
regularly. That's
No.
like probably good. That's
I
a
think
good
that
thing.
you have
pipes
intolerances
are
to
working.
dairy and meat, and we've talked about that. If you eat those things, especially at the same time, it smells like a dead animal's in the house.
Oh gosh.
I think you
But I'm
could
not gonna
benefit
not eat
heavily
it.
from a cleanse. And we've done cleanses together. This one's not so different. You just take specific tinctures that help kill the parasites. So like you just pass them out.
You pass them out your bottom.
You pass them out your bottom. There's an enema that you do every day
Oh,
to
no.
help flush it out.
What?
Uh-huh.
You give yourself an enema.
Yeah, you give yourself an enema. I've done
Is
that
that-
before. Remember
What
I
is
told you I was
an
doing
enema?
coffee enemas.
Explain to me the enema process.
You shove a hose up your rear end
Jesus.
and the water drains in and then it all comes
I
out.
can't do it. I'm not doing that.
I've given you an enema before.
Stop it. Don't tell everybody that. I was having a medical issue.
It's called a colonoscopy. You didn't have an issue.
No. Remember,
I've given you two, actually.
yeah, I was having a medical issue in my gut and was on some medication.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I gave you the enema.
Yeah.
I know how to do this, and
Jesus.
it's really not that traumatic. So anyway,
That's love right there.
It is love.
That's love.
I've done.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
When she will look at your bottom and she's still with you the next
Getting
day.
a visual of the whole
Yep.
process now.
When she sees the worst parts of you and she's still there, that's when you know. All right. I mean, that's the show. Good job. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed the fourth and final episode.
I have
Bless Your
I
Hardt.
have given myself coffee enemas in the last several months.
Is that?
So there's enema grade coffee that is like mold free and all the things, and it helps to flush your liver. So like going backwards basically from doing the cleanse, like taking all the
Wait,
tinctures.
you're
it
just
kind
drinking
of helps.
coffee.
No, you're not drinking it. You put it in the enema bag and it goes up.
No way.
Yes.
Stop
and so
this.
stop. You stop. I have got to tell you this. I passed
You don't
a
have to tell
parasite
the entire world.
the very first time I did that. So
What did
now
you
I
see?
know. I have a picture which I won't share with the world. That's too much.
I mean,
But
but
all
you
I'm
know
saying-
it's a real parasite?
Yes. What I'm saying is I know there's probably some more in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's why I want to do this.
Listen, I'm all for parasite cleansing. I'm all for, I believe, yes, there's probably some little things running around in your gut. You're like, yep, I could live with it, but probably get it on out, be better. And I'm going to take this cleanse and poop out some parasites. Awesome.
So here's the thing. When they die in your gut, it can cause all types of gas and like stomach pains and things like that. So
Yes.
that's why the enema is in place so you can get them out faster.
Too graphic.
It's pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for the lighthearted.
You're tough. You're
I'm a little weird.
Nope.
It's okay.
I mean, hey, we're all weird.
But I feel like knowing now that I had that one come out that very first time,
You're
there's
on
got
the
to
right
be more
track.
in there, and I want them out.
You want 'em
I
out.
can't stop thinking about it. So here we are.
Here we are. So I can't do this. Like I'll do any kind of cleanse that doesn't involve putting a tube in my ass. So
Touche. So I
We-
can give your cleanse kit to a friend.
sure can.
Okay.
Right away.
Tim's, you up?
No, that's not me.
Not for you.
That's not for me.
Speaking
either.
of ass, we got 4 new donkeys.
We did. We got
Yes.
4 new donkeys.
Flawless
Yes.
transition.
We did. We rescued.
So Kelly has a good friend that has been a friend for ages. She knew your dad as well, and she rescued the 4 donkeys. And so they've had them. Her and her sister have been taking care of them for the last couple of years, and she wanted to rehome them. So we got them yesterday. They're little and so cute.
They are.
The smallest one is actually the oldest.
We're up
His
to
name is-
6 donkeys.
We're up to 6 donkeys.
And still
actually
4
5 donkeys and a mule.
well-
Tilly's pretty big, but
That's right. No, she probably is insulted.
she should be insulted.
5 donkeys, a mule, and still 4 buffalo.
Yes. So the new donkeys' names are Gus, and he's the smallest one, and he's like the resident stinker,
Mm-hmm.
which makes sense. Then we have Pumpkin, who's the baby, Girly, and Mama. So like they're all
Curly and Mama.
Girly and Mama. They
Girly
just,
and Mama. All right. So
And you want to know something cute that Lori told me to do? She said, I sing to them every day, and I sing You Are My Sunshine, and they will come right to me and just like
oh, is
cuddle
that why
with you.
Isla was singing that to him?
Yes. And so
I was
yesterday
wondering. I
we're
was like,
taking a
Isla-
little walk,
Yeah.
and Isla's standing at the fence singing like her best song to these sweet little donkeys, and the 3 of them are just standing there right at the fence, all the noses right there next to each other. It was the cutest thing.
I didn't know why. I was like singing "You Are My Sunshine" to the donkeys at the fence, and I'm like, hey, that's random.
It wasn't random. It was by design.
Now I know it was like there was a story behind that.
Yeah.
I liked it because I walk outside. I saw you drive by the garage, and I'm like, okay, she's going to take the girls to see the donkeys. So I came out there and as soon as I'm out of the house and running across the yard, I hear Gus, yeah, and he's like
super loud.
It's like, all right, man, it's like we're gonna have some of that going on now.
Yeah,
because our other donkey and our other mule, they don't make noise.
They don't. They're both females, and so they kind of wheeze and make some noise, and Tilly will like snort at you if she's not excited. But
it's nice to have the animal farm sounds just randomly happening. We had some goats. We had other donkeys that made noises. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's good to kind of have. It's fun, man. You wake up in the morning and you hear that, or in the afternoon. It's just a reminder of being out in the country and
yeah,
I don't know, kind of
feels
nice.
like it's right.
Yeah.
I think the girls are going to have a lot of fun with them too. You were super nervous about the girls getting in the pen with them, but I think them being smaller than the other two are going to be better, even if they're outside the fence.
You're not
so that they can feed them more easily.
So
the big girls are super high.
Yeah. So I worry too much.
Yeah.
And these are 4 new donkeys. Their ass height is like right at your hip. I mean, that's how small they are. And they are brand new, just got here. I don't know these donkeys. Even if the lady that had them before says, oh, they're fine, they've never kicked anybody. I don't know that. I believe her, but I'm not trusting that. I got to know them. I'm going to get to know them myself. They're in a new place. They're probably shook up a little bit on the travel and what's going on and where are we at. And you're like, Isla and Nicole, you can get in there with them. I'm like, whoa, you can't, no, don't get in.
They get in there with me with the other two. Usually they just stand right next to me. We're all fine, but your anxiety makes everybody anxious. It also is very distracting.
I've seen enough, clips of people getting kicked by horses and it comes out of nowhere. Like, it's like, you'll be sitting there watching, you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know that the horse could even get around and do that. Like, it's like fast.
Yeah.
And man, there ain't no coming back from that.
No, I totally get it. That would be terrible.
I know. It's 4 new donkeys. I'm like, yes, hold up. Let's not get in there right away. It's day
Meanwhile,
one.
he's standing on the outside of the fence.
I'm like, it's day one. Like, let's not tell them, get on in there. It's okay.
Oh.
Let's give it a little time, get to know them, make sure.
They had carrots. They wanted to.
And then,
get to know they were trying to get to know the donkeys.
And so, okay, they're feeding the donkeys. It's face to face, looking pretty safe. And then they get a little scared and turn. Right now, their asses.
Well, because Nicole starts jumping, jacking around.
Now their asses to the kids, and they're walking away because they're nervous. And Nicole's chasing after them. I'm like, somebody's about to get kicked. About to happen right now.
Well, I was about to yank her ponytail. She needs to learn how to listen. Yeah.
I just.
That's just Nicole.
I just need to be safer. Be safer. It's too dangerous. It's risk-taking, unnecessary. Hey, this is Dale Jr., and for the latest Bless Your Hardt gear, go to shop.dirtymomedia.com. We've got plenty of options for everybody and adding new stuff every day. Go to shop.dirtymomedia.com. All right, so we talked new donkeys. I'm trying to read this without my glasses. On the note, love line, so I guess I'm assuming that you've put that in there.
I did, because
you want to talk about the love line.
Well, so when you go out on a trip, you're going on a guy's trip this weekend.
I'm going on a guy's trip this weekend.
And
thank you.
Used to be he would take a different phone because he would get buzzed up and then get on Twitter or get on social media. If I might, we could even connect this back to the Carl Edwards interview that I did on Dale Jr. Download, where I texted Carl over the driver's group. So there's a driver's group text. We were in Key West. I was drinking beer in Captain Tony's, standing beside the pool table and going, boy, it sure was nice to see Carl Edwards with that umbrella. And so he gets a little loose-lipped when he's drunk.
Didn't get to race, ain't going to go into the finals and race for the championship. I'm so happy about that because he wrecked me at Charlotte. And and so from that experience, plus some others, you're like, you know what? I don't want to worry about this phone or me doing something silly on this phone while I'm having a good time. And it's distracting. I should be more present. Yes. So he gets a phone, and we have dubbed it the love line because the only person he can text on that thing is me. So he gets the love line out the other day and says he's going to charge it up. That was a TV show. Remember? The Love Line on MTV? Was it? Yeah, I think it was. That's where I got the name for it. Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew? Yes. Oh, he had a love line. People called in. Yes. Yeah. And so, so it's one of my older phones. It has all the fun apps like, touch tunes and gambling apps or anything else that you might want while you're sitting at the bar drinking. But I can't text anyone.
No social media.
No social media. No social media apps. And yeah, like if there's an emergency, Amy will call and tell me, hey, there's an emergency, get home. Or if I need to send a message or get anything out to either Amy or someone else, I'll say, hey, Amy, could you handle this? Or Amy, I just thought about this or whatever. Or hey, I miss you. And I don't.
Or here's a picture of my beer.
Yeah. Or here's a picture of me drinking here, and here, and here.
I'm like, okay, got it.
And so I love it. And when you go on vacation, you need to disconnect, but we're all too hard-headed to totally just put our phones down and not with them for 2 or 3 days straight, right?
Yeah.
We can't help it. But I wake up the next morning knowing good and well that I didn't say anything stupid or silly on social media. I didn't get in a long conversation with a buddy of mine that was probably unnecessary at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's none of that bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
smart.
And I carry this thing around, and I don't know, it's like a weight off of your shoulders.
Yeah.
When you're out and about.
Did you charge it?
I didn't bring it. You told me you didn't think I needed it on this trip.
Well, I feel like you've grown up a little bit, but if
I can grab it on the way to the airport.
You might should. Just never know. I don't know.
I like with it.
You what?
I like with it. I like to have it and keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think the last time I used it was a couple years ago.
Oh, so the
or
phone
a year
itself
ago,
might need
so
some
it needs a
updating.
lot of help.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Well, you got a stack of newer phones. Maybe you could switch it out.
I do.
Yeah, like we don't get rid of our phones. Anytime we get a new phone, you've kept all of the phones.
Yeah,
it's like Radio Shack in that dang closet.
It is. I've got like my original iPhone. And
Yeah.
all the way back to the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got every phone we've ever had.
All the Apple Watches, all the iPads, all the whatever. Even if it's got a broken screen on it, it is in the box.
I feel
and
like
in the
someday
closet.
down the road they're going to be handy. They're going to come in handy.
I don't know. We'll see.
A couple of them I turned into like security cameras, so we don't have all of them. But
Yeah. Security cameras, though.
yeah, like there was an app where you could take your old iPhones and put them and use them as security cameras. So I had them in like I had one at the hunting camp and just to make sure people weren't busting in there and stealing stuff or whatever. But that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore. I got real security cameras now. Yeah.
Good
real,
for you.
Real stuff.
Way to
real
upgrade.
real deal security.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna play a game. It's called headphone lip reading.
I saw Jimmy Fallon do this on his show, and it was with one of your friends, Blake Shelton. And
All right.
it looked super fun.
So I'm gonna put on noise canceling headphones while music is playing. I will say a phrase, or you, Amy, are going to say a phrase, and I got to guess what you're saying.
Yeah, so I also thought this would be fun because even at home without music or headphones or anything, I can ask you a question.
It's not music, it's just anything.
I can ask you a question, and you'll be like, you'll respond with some completely off-the-wall response. Like, I'll say, hey, do you want some bacon? And you'll be like,
oh, gosh.
Maybe I'm going to be taking you somewhere. What? Like you just make it. I honestly think you are faking it and making it up just to mess with me.
Yeah.
Which I still believe.
Let's talk about that real quick for a second.
Go for it.
So
explain yourself.
I will. So you're in the house, guys. This goes out to the guys and girls. Maybe they do it too, but this is something I do all the time, just with Amy, only. So Amy will say, I'm about to leave with the kids. Say she says that phrase, right? Just anything random, but let's just pick that one. I'm about to leave with the kids. If I'm out of earshot, or if we're not looking at each other or whatever, and I literally don't quite know exactly what she said. If I stood there for about 30 seconds, I could probably go, oh, she's about to leave with the kids. But the initial sound, I can't quite make out what she says. And I'll look at her and go, your life is on the skids? What did you say?
He does it every single
All the
day.
time. Every day.
Every day. And I'm like, quit it.
drives her.
Of course, that's not what
crazy.
I said. Why would I say that?
And I'll
Take
be
a
like,
minute and think about it.
I know she didn't say her life was on the skids, but I'm just trying. I'm like, that's my way of saying I didn't quite understand. Could you repeat that? But it's a fun way for me to do it. And I laugh and love it, and Amy hates it.
Listen, sometimes it's funny, especially when his response is actually a funny one. But most of the time, I need his. I need his connection. I need an answer.
She's like, quit. This is wasting time. Like,
Yeah.
You are slowing us down.
Quit f***ing around.
Yeah.
I need you to pay attention. And most of the time, if he had just taken one more second, he would have figured the whole thing out.
Right.
Responded, and then we would
That's
have
no
moved
fun.
on. Well, I guess for you, it's not.
Yeah. I like doing it, but yeah, I wonder if anybody else out there does that.
Why don't you just try to do that with the kids instead of me?
Gosh, because you're the love of my life.
Bonk.
Yeah. You're my best friend.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Yes. So, all right. Let's do the noise canceling headphones.
Okay.
Abigail has the headphones over there.
So you want to go
who's wearing
first?
them
I'll do the. You go ahead and put them on since you got them.
All right.
Tincture, 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 tincture,
Oh, yeah. I'll never hear you now.
tincture, tincture, tincture. All right, I'm doing it. Tincture, tincture, tincture.
Wait, stop. Are you doing it already?
Yes. What am I saying?
Oh, wait. Got to turn the music back on. Hang tight.
Is it loud? Let me know when you're ready. Ready? Mm-hmm. Tincture, tincture, tincture.
R2D2?
Tincture, tincture, tincture.
Tissue?
Come on.
Try.
Tincture, tincture, tincture. Nothing.
Detour? I got nothing.
You ready?
Can I hear?
Yeah.
What is it?
Tincture, tincture,
Tincture.
tincture.
That's funny.
You got the three, the
You were-
consecutive ones, right?
You got like the first syllable right, then you changed it and you were getting the second syllable right. That was funny.
All right. Playing the
All
music
right.
now.
Do whatever you do. Go.
I have one on your sheet if you want it,
Oh.
but I gave you a couple
right.
You
options.
don't need to use. Don't use that. I've read that one.
Okay.
You have to make up your own.
Stop yelling. You're yelling.
I'm ready. Go. Boobies are right. Boobies are crazy. Boobies are crazy. Boobies are great.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's easy. Of course they are.
Damn. I didn't even say it out loud.
Oh,
You said the word boobies. I was like, yep, know that one.
You got that.
right away. Because, I mean, it's already on the brain.
Okay.
All right,
It's
round
9 in the
two.
morning, Ralph.
Round two. Ready?
All right. You going to make one up?
Oh, my turn. Are you ready? Dale's the love of my life.
You're the love of my life. Yeah.
One more. You close. Dale's the love of my life. Dale's the love of my life.
I don't know the first word.
Dale.
Tacos?
Come on. You know I'm not saying tacos. Dale's the love of my life. Dale's the love of my life.
It sounds like couch or tacos.
No.
Do it again.
Dale.
Dale.
Yes.
Dale.
Dale.
It's because you don't say Dale with one syllable. You say Dale. Dale's the love of my life.
That was good.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how
You got me to
Eminem
say it out
rhymes.
loud.
He changes the he adds syllables to words.
All right, hang tight. Let me
Yeah,
think of something
like the
good.
word orange.
I got one.
You got one?
Y'all ain't seen that clip?
Oh, the
It's
Eminem
like, oh
clip
man,
you're
you
talking
can rhyme. Orange don't rhyme with anything unless you say it like orange.
about? Yeah, I've seen that.
You ready? Let's try one
Oh,
more.
my turn. Say it again.
Buffalo shrimp.
Buffalo shrimp.
Did you hear me?
No.
Damn.
I got that on the brain too. So. Boobies and buffalo shrimp. That's really me every day, all day.
Jeez. All right. Listen, he's not even, he's like folded, done. We're win this game.
Oh man, that was fun.
That was
I think
fun.
we had some good ones.
That
Let's
was
not
good.
worry. Let's save a little for next show.
All right, are we gonna do
That was
Ask
fun.
Amy now?
Yeah, let's do an Ask Amy. Hey, everybody, it's Dale Jr. and Amy for Bless Your Heart, and this is the Ask Amy segment. Thanks for tuning in today as our YouTube starts to populate. Make sure you're subscribed to our Bless Your Heart YouTube page. So if you've done that, thanks again. We're trying to grow this channel and obviously grow this show. We're having a lot of fun with it. We've already probably got about a little more than half the show in the bank, and it's freaking hilarious. We're having a lot of good laughs today. But Amy, you're looking lovely as normal, and
Quit trying to butter me up.
yeah, just excited to see what the fans have to ask us
Yes,
today.
I am too. What you got, guys?
Our first question is from Anisha, and she would like to know, Amy, what was your biggest misconception about NASCAR before dating Dale?
Ooh.
That's a great question.
I don't know if I had any misconceptions because I really didn't know much about NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if I had to assume something before going to a race or meeting Dale, that it wasn't quite as big as it is. Like the racetracks and everything is far more grand.
Mm-hmm.
The fans are super enthusiastic. It's louder than you can imagine. I don't know. It's just a way bigger deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great answer.
That is great.
Good question.
I think the general size of
And if you haven't been to a race, Anisha, you should try.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you that. That begs the question: if you were going to send somebody to a race, which would be the one you'd send them to? I think we might have asked this already on the show.
Yeah, we had this last week. I think it just depends on where you're located. I would try to
What was one of your funner experiences? Bristol, Daytona,
they're all just so different. I love Daytona because it's Daytona. I love that the beach is close. The racing is always more fun. It's like an event. The whole weekend's more of an event. Bristol's incredible. It's totally different. It's loud.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the whole track from any seat in the stadium.
You got a little thing right here.
I got something on my mouth.
Just on your lip. It's a little.
It's just skin, Ralph.
I know, honey. I just didn't know if you wanted that on there in the show.
Just gonna do this.
It's good now.
All right, what we got?
All right,
What's our next question?
Our next question is from Claire. We actually already kind of talked about this today. She wants to know if you could own any animal in the world, what would it be? You guys just got donkeys right
We
now.
did just get some donkeys.
You just got donkeys.
Donkeys.
Funny how Tim says donkeys.
Donkeys.
That's Northeast right there.
You got some
We
donkeys.
got 4 donkeys. What's your donkey's name?
That's funny.
Any animal in the whole wide world
Any
as a
animal.
dream?
Yes.
I don't know. I was pretty jealous of the swans
Yes. Cletus
that
is.
Cletus has.
Cletus.
I think peacots are also kind of
Cletus
up there as a
got-
flex.
yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
They
But I
would
hear
attack
they're
you, though,
they're
right?
loud and they're
Peacocks
kind
are
of mean.
mean.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
but so are swans. They're mean.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Some kind of bird roaming the front yard is kind of what I would do too.
Yeah,
kinda
a yard
We
bird.
asked
Yeah.
Cletus about the swans. He says it's going good.
Yeah. We have living out in the country. I don't know. I feel like I'd like to have some goats.
Goes.
I want a new barn. The barn there is old.
My life.
It's old.
Yeah, that's funny. This one's from Sarah. This is a good one. How long is too long for someone to be at a swim-up bar?
Say again?
How long is too long for someone to be at a swim-up bar? After a while, they're just pissing. That was her comment.
Okay, we have a good story about this. I don't know if he's going to get mad at me, but
I am.
I just won't say the name. I think if you've been in there longer than like 2 hours,
Oh, you're not.
We know
I'm
that
not
you're-
going to be pissed. Someone
no,
else.
you're not. I won't say the person's name because I want this person to come back to me. But this person went on vacation with us,
Oh my God, I remember.
and we
this.
were in
Roatan.
Roatan, and he sat in the pool all day,
Never got out.
ate maybe 1 or 2 meals,
At the pool, in the pool.
never had to
left.
get out, never got out.
Oh, no.
And it's a sea-fed pool, so like it's seawater, which is kind of weird. So there is like some type of a flushing system. He didn't get up all day long. He sat there.
Yeah.
I feel like people start to take notice, even if you...
We did. Everybody was like, "Tim, we've noticed." Oh,
Oh, he said it. You can't help it.
oh, you haven't gotten out of the pool. We've noticed. He chuckled. He didn't care. He probably will now.
Yeah. You done it now.
Sorry, Tim.
That's funny.
I was just thinking not so much about like peeing. Obviously, now I'm, if you're sitting in the pool drinking for a really long time, everybody starts to wonder, right, what's going on. But my mind went right to like when I see somebody that's super hammered in the swim up bar, and you're like, there's a certain level of like where it starts to become a little dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, like this
You're a
person
hazard.
probably needs to come out because they could go under at any minute.
Yeah, or you start looking where the
They're
lifeguard
like
is.
stumbling around. They're taking their drinks to their friends and they're spilling it
Yeah,
everywhere.
the pina colada's going to get in the pool,
Yeah,
or he's going to fall and hit his head on the edge of the water.
Their drink
or the edge
goes
of the
under
coping.
and they don't know it, and they're you know,
It's all bad.
yeah.
If they're at a 45-degree angle, get them out of the pool.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Kendra. She wants to know what is a movie that you think is underrated? So maybe not one of like the A-list kind of movies that you think should get more credit.
Yeah.
Or overrated. You can go the other way too.
There's a movie that I found called The Way, Way Back that I think is really good. It's got Steve Carell in it. It's not I don't know if it's like underrated. It's just not super popular.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie? Where the kid sits in the way, way back of the station wagon going out to the Hamptons or wherever they're vacationing. It's a good movie. It's kind of a moody one, but it's like I don't know. It's a feel-good movie.
Yeah. Not one of his top,
It's
I guess
not,
known movies,
but his
yeah.
character and his character in that movie too is kind of mean, which is not his typical thing. So
Yeah. That's not typically him.
no,
No.
but it's good.
Do you have one that you think that's overrated?
Well, I was gonna say on the underrated side, the one racing movie that I think is underrated or probably doesn't get mentioned enough is Last American Hero, the Junior Johnson story that Jeff Bridges, I believe, is the lead, and made in 72 or 71, somewhere around then. Old, it's dated, but it's really authentic, and they for how the technology was back then or how limited it was, they did a really, really good job with that movie, and the storyline's fun and authentic too. I think the storyline's believable. It's not sensationalized, or there's not like a Hollywood element to it that takes it over the top. And the other, this isn't really underrated, but a documentary that I watched that was really compelling was Deepwater. Remember the documentary Deepwater about the guy who's
I
like
didn't watch it with you, the sailboat guy.
There's a guy, he's a weekend sailboat guy. He's like very much a novice. And back in the 60s or so in Europe or in England, they came up with this competition that they were going to pay £10,000 to the first person it was a race. And you could sail around the world. And what transpired for not only the weekender that tried to take this on, he basically mortgaged his entire family and everything they owned to do it, and he failed. But a few other things, everything that transpired with the other racers too. One guy went kind of crazy and stopped in Thailand and just disappeared. Lived the rest of his life somewhere remote after kind of going crazy on this boat by himself for days on end. And the guy that I don't want to give it all away, but the guy that it's about, he also literally loses his mind. Sad but compelling, and just a kind of like a story of like, be careful what you wish for, or be careful what you try to take on, and challenges that you might not be prepared to do. Thinking I don't know, it's just a really crazy story, and it's true. I love documentaries.
I always find it interesting to hear how your mind can break in certain situations.
Yeah.
And that's definitely one of those
I
stories.
really, really enjoy documentaries, and especially like the fringe, kind of something. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of documentaries that get made about things that we know, like things things in our past, or historical moments or milestones, or good and bad, and tragic and sad. And we relive them through those documentaries. But I love learning something that I didn't know existed, like that Deepwater documentary. And this boat that he went crazy on, he filmed himself on this boat going crazy, and he left the boat at some point. The boat, they found it on the shore of
with the footage, right?
South America somewhere, and everything on it, right? All this footage that he recorded, and the boat just washed ashore. It's still there, like at least in the last decade. Like there's pictures of the boat sitting on shore.
That's weird.
And just in bad shape, right? But it's like, wow, it's weird. The boat's just there, and there's a story that I didn't even know existed. It's like, how did I hear about this? It's crazy. Deepwater is what it's called. Pretty
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last question for you guys is Is there a song that if it plays at a bar, you have to get up and dance to?
The Last Date.
Oh.
I mean, when that song, if that song's playing at a bar, you're not letting me off the hook. We're dancing.
If that song's playing at a bar, I feel like we're both dead. Nobody's going to play that at the bar.
Well, you might request it, or I might play it on Touch Tunes.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel
But
like
I mean, I think when that song plays, anytime, bar or not, that's an instant dance.
yeah.
But you probably got a better one. Go ahead.
I feel like anything, like any 80s hair band, Bon Jovi, any of like the early 90s rap, because I grew up listening to that.
Yeah.
I like the older stuff.
Yeah.
Neon Moon, I want to dance to that. Even
Neon
if I'm
Moon.
dancing by myself, I'm
Yeah.
going to get up and dance.
Yeah.
Early 90s rap's a good one. I think everybody can
Oh, yeah.
get with that. Yeah. That's all we got for Ask Amy today.
Thank you.
Yeah, some great questions. Again, we've had a great show. I'm sure everybody's going to tune in. Some good laughs and a lot of honesty.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you, honey, for
Yeah.
another fun show. Please don't forget to subscribe to Bless Your Hardt on YouTube. And we have a new merch line as well, right?
Yeah, go to shop.dirtymomedia.com. The great thing about it is we've got this shirt right here. It says Rule 12.4.2.1.b. That's actions detrimental NASCAR rule. We've got sweatshirts and hoodies and hats. Bless Your Hardt stuff. We've got if you name a podcast on the Dirty Mo Media brand, we've got hats, shirts, sweaters, and all that stuff
Yeah.
for it.
Some new fun stuff to check out.
Yeah, and they're always adding new ideas. We have a couple of just random shirts like beer calories don't count, those kind of things, some of the stuff that we came up with on the show. And so maybe after this show, we get a shirt that says boobies and buffalo shrimp. I mean, I think that would be kind of a cool shirt.
Be a top seller.
Yeah, it would. I don't know if I could wear it, but boobies and buffalo shrimp.
Well, I mean, why not? It's your favorite two things.
Yeah.